What's poppin'? Welcome back to Midwest World. It's the Tubecast. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the content. Greatly appreciate it from everybody. Yo, man. I just got off work, so I'm on my way to the crib, man. While I was browsing the world of Instagram and all of that, X, TikTok, all that, I guess Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather got a little back and forth going on. I don't know exactly what was quite said. All right. So y'all can look that up. You know what I mean? I'm quite sure there's stuff out there saying what Roy said to Floyd. I think he said something in the likes of, and I'm paraphrasing that, he's the best at making money. It's not the first time I've heard people say that about Floyd, like he's the best at making money. He's not the best boxer. Many boxers have said that, man. All you gotta do is look that up. But either way it goes, Floyd was trolling him, watching clips of him getting knocked out by Tarver, Glenn Johnson. I forgot the white dude name that put him to sleep. Look, man, as far as Roy Jones versus Floyd Mayweather as boxers, this the thing. I'm rolling with the crib, Michigan, Floyd all day, but let's be, man, look, Roy Jones, is he more entertaining to the eye? To casuals, yes. I'm going to say casuals. Yeah, I'm going to say casuals because I like pinpoint accuracy when it comes to punching. I like defense. That's entertaining to me. You know what I'm saying? When I watch boxing, I like to see crap. That's why I think Shakur Stevenson is cold. I don't think Shakur Stevenson boring to watch. I think Shakur Stevenson is fire. I like watching elusive fighters. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the straight right accurate. I like to see dodge punches. I like to see all of that. You know what I'm saying? I like the technical side of boxing. You know what I'm saying? I've always said if I had a gym, a boxing gym, and I had trainers, every last one of my fighters would be on some defense first type stuff. So, I mean, I'm just saying. So, Floyd, to me, is very entertaining in my eyes. Now, Roy Jones, as far as on some casual stuff, and as far as him being more likable to the people, I guess, you know what I mean? I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But Roy, he's a legend, but he's not as technically sound as Floyd Mayweather, dog. If you watch boxing, you got to know that. You have to know he's not as technically sound as Floyd Mayweather, and he got by with his athleticism. That's how he got by. You know what I'm saying? He was more athletic than the dudes he fought. He was faster. But if you look at how he fights, man, it wasn't technical. It was not technical. You know what I'm saying? And that hurt him in the long run. Once he got to a guy like Tarver, his technical ability shown. It's not like, and the thing is, it's not like Tarver dope and all that, but Tarver, he wasn't flashy at all, but he's technical. And he beat him kind of easily. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to play these games. Roy Jones against a technical boxer loses. You know what I mean? If you put Roy Jones and Floyd in their prime at the same weight boxing against each other, Roy Jones is not beating Floyd Mayweather in no 12-round match. First of all, he's not going to catch him. He not catching Floyd. And then he going to counter him too. And it's not like Roy Jones be having his guard up when he throw a punch, his guard be down. So he open to the counter. Man, Floyd had beat him just off accuracy alone. He's not gonna catch him at all. That's a bad matchup for Roy Jones on some real stuff, on some objective stuff. Is Roy more likable to the fans? I guess so. You know what I'm saying? They both braggadocious. You know what I'm saying? But the people like Roy more. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people feel like Floyd ducked a lot of people. Floyd fought cold people. He got cold dudes on his resume. Now, did he fight them when you want him to? No, I guess not. I mean, the Pacquiao was one. Margarito, they say he ducked Margarito, but we see what Margarito was on. And I do feel like even with loaded gloves, Margarito would have got beat by Floyd because Margarito, I mean, he's just a walking target. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wouldn't have been able to hit Floyd anyway, loaded gloves or not. So, I mean, I don't think that the Margarito match Margarito would have got clipped, you know what I'm saying, against Floyd with ease. Paul Williams, I would have wanted to see him fight Paul Williams. Now, Paul Williams one of my favorite boxers of all time, even though he has zero defense. But I would love to see him fight Paul Williams, because even though Antonio Margarito is a walking target, Paul Williams, he's 6'3", was 6'1", I think he's 6'1", 6'2", something like that, between 6'1" and 6'3". Long reach and throw like 1,000 punches a fight, dog. That's a lot to deal with. And you know, so I would have liked to see that match of Floyd. I would like, because before Paul Williams got paralyzed, he was supposed to fight Canelo. I was hurt when he got paralyzed, man. That hurt, man. I'm like, because I wanted to see him against Canelo. He probably would have got put down because he would probably got caught, but I wanted to see him against Canelo. Either way, just need to hear it. Floyd is a better boxer than Roy Jones, man. Even if you look at Roy Jones' resume, it's not really the greatest. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it, just go through the history, it's not the greatest resume of all time here. We're not going to play these games. If you want to talk resumes and all of that, I mean, hey, I'm saying, just look at it. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but we talking skill for skill. I don't see where Roy Jones is messing with Floyd on some skill stuff. I don't see it. And Floyd, the thing is, they say he don't have power. Fine, cool. Them punches, when you look at, them punches don't look like they feel good from Floyd, man. Them accurate punches will weigh on you. Getting hit accurately in the same spot is not what's up, dog. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, and if you look at Floyd, like, look at Floyd against Berto. He was getting active against Berto. You know what I'm saying? Them punches, look, man. Floyd is one of the greatest boxers of all time, whether you like him or not. Let's take personal feelings aside. He's one of the greatest boxers to lace gloves up. It's just that simple. Now, if you want to start talking about clown show fights, yes, man. The whole Conor McGregor, that was nonsense. You know what I mean? Fighting Logan Paul, exhibitions, whatever. Fighting, who else did he fight? Yeah, fighting those guys. I don't even look at those. I don't even know why the Conor McGregor was even sanctioned as an official boxing match. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? That right there, bogus. But we not gonna act like Floyd, when he get in there with these dudes, they be looking average, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, Mosley almost put him down. And his defense, you know what I'm saying, stop that. You know what I mean? Like, Mosley, if Floyd didn't grab his arm, he'd have been on that canvas, man. I seen that in the movies, because I watched that fight in the movies. Because Floyd fights, a few of them you can actually buy tickets. It was like, what, $10? And you go watch it in the movies. That's what I used to do. I paid the 10, go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the pay-per-view, was it 10 or 20? May have been 20. Something like, it was cheaper than the pay-per-view, so I just go to the movies. You know what I mean? Go up there dolo by myself and just watch the fight. You know what I'm saying? It was the Mosley fight was like that. The Ghost Guerrero was like that. I forgot the other one. But either way it goes, yeah. So that's how I used to watch some of the Floyd fights. I just go to the movies and watch them. You know what I mean? I would have did the pay-per-view, but I'm like, man, I just go to the movies. You know what I mean? But either way it goes, skill for skill, man. Floyd better than Roy. Roy was cold though. Roy was fast. He was strong, knockout power, all of that. It's just his technical ability. If you throw any of them brawling type dudes against anybody that's technical, they lose. Technical fighters, for the most part, always win. Remember Lara when he fought Canelo? Man, Canelo, a lot of people fight Lara won that fight. Lara's technical. Technical fighters is deemed boring to people. I don't understand that. I mean, I get it, because when you watch boxing, you want to see KOs. I get it. You want to see knockouts. Max Kellerman broke it down great about boxing, how that's the greatest sport of all time. And I'm not going to disagree with the great Hall of Fame, all-world legendary Max Kellerman. He just broke it down recently. I forgot which channel he was on, because Max Kellerman is back, and I'm happy that Max Kellerman is back in boxing. I've been watching Max Kellerman since I was a kid on HBO, Jim Lampley. Salute to the great all-world Hall of Fame Max Kellerman. I'm glad he's back. But he said, paraphrasing, if you're watching the basketball game, whatever the case is on the streets, you know what I'm saying, you at the basketball court, it's paraphrasing, and then some other stuff going on. But if you see the fight, if someone fighting over to the left side Everybody gonna be watching the fight, which is true. And what you want to see in a fight, you want to see a knockout, right? You want to see cats getting their wig pushed back. I get all of that. That's why slap fights so popular. You know what I mean? Because all you seeing is no defense and people getting hit upside their head. I get that, but the sweet science, you know what I mean, of boxing is amazing. Great defense is amazing to watch. I love watching that. I love watching. Salute to Shakur Stevenson, man. Salute to Shakur Stevenson. Now, Tank Davis, right? We talking Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson, right? Let's go ahead and go in that bag. Because I don't think really this Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather thing is close. You know what I'm saying? If you throw, man, listen. Let's say whatever weight class you want to throw it at between them two. There's no way, you know what I mean, Roy Jones is beating Floyd Mayweather in a 12-round fight. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The people going to feel like it's boring because Floyd Mayweather will control the pace of that fight. He will control the pace of that fight because Roy is going to have to catch him. And Roy's defense is not great, so he's going to be open to that straight right. And then he's going to be getting hit with check hooks and all that. Like, Roy is cold. Y'all must have forgot I had the album, you know what I'm saying? But he's not beating Floyd in no boxing match. It's just what it is. Now, if we're talking Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, I feel like this. Shakur Stevenson can beat Tank. Tank already don't throw punches as is. This dude throws he will be losing half the fight and then be relying on a knockout. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't think not Shakur Stevenson. I don't think Tank Davis is going to go in there and get away with that with no technical boxer who going to use the jab and be elusive. It's not going to work. You cannot sit there and not throw punches and rely on a knockout because you're going to have to catch Shakur Stevenson. And he's not about to sit there and let you catch him. It's not going to happen. See, the fans they be tripping sometimes, but it's cool. The fans want you to go get in harm's way and get knocked out. Forget all of that. That's what I'm saying. If I had trainers, I'm like, look, we not over here trying to get knocked out. So yeah, the fans, if they don't like that, cool. We here for the technicals. It's like underground rap versus mainstream, dog. Like, we here for the quality. You know what I'm saying? Make that quality project. We not going in there on some microwave stuff. Now we ain't doing so boxing. We going in there with the sweet science, defense on point. We looking for the counter punch. We being elusive, all of that. We not about to get in harm's way and get knocked out for the enjoyment of fans, dog. Like, we not doing that because they not about to come visit you in a hospital when you got a concussion. And then they're gonna throw you to the side when you got a concussion and say you don't got it no more. You know what I mean? So forget all that. The ones who rock with you is gonna rock with you. All right? We not worried about the fans. We worried about getting the W. You know what I mean? Word up. So therefore, Shakur Stevenson would beat Tank Davis due to the fact that Tank Davis don't throw punches and he be giving away the first half of the fight. And now you're relying on trying to knock him out. And the fact of the matter is, Shakur Stevenson is an elusive target. So you give away the first 6 rounds, now you're relying on the last 6 to try to knock him out. You're not going to catch Shakur Stevenson and you about to be getting counterpunched. So that's a bad matchup. Now, unless Tank going there using the jab, going to the body and actually active, that's a different story because Tank's defense not bad, you know what I'm saying? He not bad, you know, so if he go in there actually throwing and not be looking, because it's when you looking for the knockout, it's like high risk, you know what I mean? It's high risk because you open yourself up for counter punches and you not thinking about, defending yourself here. You not, you unaware of certain things when you just straight going for the knockout. It is what it is. You know what I mean? We've seen these things with Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? I'm going for the knockout. Got put down by Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen what happened when Mike Tyson fight technical dudes. Same thing. Mike Tyson, he go against a technical guy, he's done. You've seen what happened with Holyfield. Whether you like Holyfield got that headbutting tactic. Oh my goodness, man. That Holyfield, I was not a fan of Holyfield, but I respect Holyfield That dude is hard to beat, cold-blooded. I mean, he lost some fights and things, but that dude was a warrior. Holyfield, there was no way Mike Tyson was beating on Holyfield. As a kid, I knew that wasn't happening. Like, yeah, nah, Mike Tyson not about to beat no Holyfield. Dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Holyfield, nah, we ain't doing it because Mike Tyson is used to installing fear. If you're not scared of him, then if you a technical boxer and you're not scared of him, you probably got the upper hand because he's short and don't have long reach. You know what I mean? And if you're like, man, I'm not worried about your aura, you go in there boxing him, it's over with. Ask Lennox Lewis, ask Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? Holyfield was giving him the works. So did Lennox Lewis. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but I respect all boxers. To get in the ring and box, that's you putting your life on the line. So it's not no knock, man. We talking about greats here. Mike Tyson, a great. You know what I mean? Tank Davis. He's on his way to, well, I mean, I guess you could say, I don't know, man. His resume not really super strong like that. But, I mean, Tank Davis, he all world, though. He's cold. We want to see him against better comp, but he cold. You know what I mean? Errol Spence. Prime example, Errol Spence. Everybody threw Errol Spence to the side because he got whooped by Terrence Crawford, which I was upset about. But that don't take away from Errol Spence's greatness because he lost. You know what I mean? Like, how is it that because he lost it take away from his greatness? You act like Errol Spence didn't beat a bunch of other cold dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, Errol Spence is nice. He just had a bad night that night. You cannot, listen, boxing, you cannot afford to have a bad night because once you have a bad night, then everybody forget about all your forget about all the wins. They forget about all that stuff, which is bogus, man. They fickle. Fans are fickle. They are up and down. That's why you can't worry about them. You got to go in there and fight your fight. You know what I mean? So that's why I think, and Floyd is good at that. He never worried about the fans calling him boring. He like, man, whatever. I'm about to go get the win. I don't care about that. I'm gonna go get the win. I ain't worried about that. I'm gonna get my W. You know what I mean? So I feel like Floyd beats Roy Jones in a boxing match. He's gonna outpin him. And it won't look the way you would want it to look. Roy gonna be trying to catch this dude. He's not gonna be able to. I think the way the Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather fight will play out is the same way the Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis fight will play out. Shakur not gonna be able to. Tank not gonna be able to catch him. He's not gonna be able to catch him, and Tank know that. So he's not gonna fight him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not gonna be able to go in there and do the Tank and look like Tank. He's gonna have to go in there and actually work to actually hit him. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is, man. I think Shakur is one of the most skilled boxers in the game. You know what I mean? And that's a hard dude to fight. You can understand why a bunch of people are like, man, I'm good on that because it's not gonna be pretty. You got to go in. You got to be in there thinking the whole time. You can't just go in there on some like reckless stuff like, yeah, I'm gonna knock him out. It's not gonna work against a guy like that. You can't do that. Like you try that. Like Maidana, he almost put down Floyd. I forgot which round that was where he hit him with that looping right. Was it left or right? Whatever. He hit him with that looping punch, that looping hook, and he stunned Floyd. But it's the thing though, it's boxing. You gonna get hit. What happened after that? You know what I'm saying? What happened after that? That's all I'm saying. What happened after that? Floyd, look, say what you want about Floyd. He's one of the greatest. I'm not saying he is the greatest. He's one of the greatest. He's one of the most technically sound boxers to put on the gloves. Whether you like him or not, I think people allow their personal feelings to get involved when it comes to these things. And that's what happens with sports. People allow their personal feelings to get involved about the personality. Put all that aside. Forget the personality. Look at the footage. Look at what he's doing in the ring. He's one of the greatest boxers of all time. Same thing with Pacquiao. One of the greatest boxers of all time. It is what it is. You cannot remove him from that. The eyes tell you that. No matter how you feeling, sit in motion to the side. The eyes tell you this dude is one of the greatest boxers of all time. He got the total package. He got offense and he got defense. You could call it glaze, whatever the kids like to say, call it glazing and whatever. You could call it that. Floyd Mayweather is one of the greatest boxers of all time, and Roy Jones will not beat him. He won't. He won't. Can he catch him? Possibly, but Floyd has a great chin. You know what I'm saying? Floyd done got clocked plenty times. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it wakes, and then guess what? He's even more alert after that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, even if he did catch him, is he going to be able to do it again? You know what I'm saying? I highly doubt that. So, I mean, yeah, look, Roy Jones is one of the greats, but Roy Jones did a lot of things technically wrong. And I think that's what messed him up towards the end of his career. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's the fact that he boxed too long. I think due to his technical ability, due to his limitations on the technical side of things, that messed him up. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It happens to some. You know what I mean? It happens to some. You look at Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins boxed till he was close to 50. You know what I'm saying? But Bernard Hopkins technical. Some would say Bernard Hopkins born to watch. I like Bernard Hopkins' technical ability. Very technical boxer. Very crafty. Bernard Hopkins, one of the greatest boxers of all time. One of the greatest. You know what I mean? Not an easy dude to beat. You know what I mean? Make the fight. He make the fight look ugly and all that. He's very he's very crafty, very technical. So those guys, yeah, though they may not be entertaining to the people, to the casual fans, ones that like the science of boxing and appreciate different styles and things like that won't feel that way. They watch the fight with a different eye than what a casual person is watching. The casual person is looking for a knockout. They're looking for carnage. You know what I'm saying? The hardcore or the purists, you know what I mean? They're looking at the accuracy of the shots. They're looking at the jabs. They're looking at the body work. They're looking at the defense. They're looking at the footwork. They're looking at how he's cutting off the ring. They're looking at all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts on that. I think Floyd beats Roy Jones in a boxing match. It's just that simple. That's not no knock to Roy Jones. I just think that Floyd is more technically sound than him. You know what I mean? It's not going to work. You know what I mean? Same thing with Tank and Shakur. You have to catch him. If you can't catch him, it's over for you. You know what I mean? Unless you got the judges in your pocket or some corruption like that, which that's always a possibility in boxing. You know what I mean? It's always a possibility. You know what I mean? But I think Shakur beats Tank, and I think Floyd beats Roy, man. All right? Make sure you like, subscribe, share the content. Greatly appreciate it from everybody. Peace.